lineups for the McPherson girls tonight. It's been the same ever since senior night when Mandi Cooks got back to the lineup. We'll start with her, playing in her second state championship game after averaging 17 points per game a season ago in the postseason in this state tournament. 6 points per game this season. She had 4 last night. I think she's going to be the X factor tonight against Bishop Miege. That's different than the first time around. Second, Hannah Hageman, the 5'9" junior, knocked down 2 big threes last night against Labette County. Had 8 points in the first game of the weekend against Augusta. Third, Lakyn Schieferecke, a 5'8" sophomore, 5.3 points per game, and she has saved her best for last. Lakyn Schieferecke has been on fire for the last 3 weeks. She's had back-to-back games of 12 points, both of those career highs in the last 2 nights. Fourth, Riley Hett, the 5'6" junior, 6.4 points per game, 3 points last night. Riley Hett, you know what you're going to get from her, and she's going to have a couple of big assignments defensively. And then finally, Taylor Robertson, playing in her last game as a McPherson Bullpup, 24 points per game this season, 24 points last night against Labette County. She had 30 the last time McPherson took on Bishop Miege, and they're going to need a big game from Taylor again. We're about ready to rock and roll here in Salina in the Tony's Pizza Event Center. The starters for the Bishop Miege Stags. First up, Johnny Gonzalez, a 5'6" junior. Fallon Russell, a 5'5" junior. Then the 2 big freshmen, Peyton Verholst, a 6'2" freshman, and Faith Hawthorne at 6'1". And then finally, Courtney Harms, a 5'9" senior. Steve Sell, our keys to the game presented by Alliance Agency, Inc. What do you got tonight?
When the shot goes up, the Bullpups have to get back on defense. We have watched Miege 2 games in a row. When the shot goes up, they immediately send 2 players, 1 down each side of the court. They end up with a 2-on-1 almost every time. Get back on defense, and I'm sure Coach Strathman has just preached that for about 365 days.
8 down, 2 to go. We are ready to rock and roll from the Tony's Pizza Event Center as the McPherson Bullpups are the road team tonight. Despite being the higher seed in this tournament, they will wear their red road jerseys, the Bishop Miege Stags, in their home whites with red letters, red numbering. It says Stags across the front. Mandi Cooks, Peyton Verholst at center court, and Mandi Cooks wins the opening tip back into the backcourt to our left. McPherson's bench right in front of us. They will go to the basket to our right.
Johnny Gonzalez on Taylor Robertson to start the game.
Taylor passes down to Cooks. Sheds 1 defender, gathers the ball back, but she will be called for a travel underneath. Just 14 seconds in, a little bit rushed there. She drew the double team.
Well, we've seen that from her quite a bit. She just gets too much of a hurry. She's too amped up. She just needs to take a deep breath, and she'll be just fine.
Here comes Johnny Gonzalez for right to left for the Stags. Peyton Verholst, the 6'2" freshman, whips the ball back out to the left corner. Johnny Gonzalez's pass goes into the far corner out of bounds, but it was touched off of McPherson last. Miege will keep it. 28 seconds in, no score.
And the key, Mandi Cooks does not allow Faith Hawthorne to get positioned down low, and Mandi really doing a great job so far, really putting a body on her.
Here's Johnny Gonzalez being defended by Riley Hett. Here to the near side, Courtney Harms, one of the few seniors on this Bishop Miege team. Very similar to McPherson, 2 very good and very young teams. They get it inside Hawthorne. Back out, Johnny Gonzalez, a 3, it's good. Johnny Gonzalez, who scores 10 points per game, gets this one started with a 3-0 lead, almost a minute in, 3-0 Miege.
And she has been the MVP in my mind for Miege. Just as, like I said, she's controlled the game.
Taylor Robertson steps out to the left corner, drives the baseline, tries to throw up a shot. A lot of contact, no foul. Wow. Rebound, Faith Hawthorne. Up the floor for Fallon Russell, one of the best athletes on this team. Peyton Verholst drives in, way too strong. Rebound, Robertson, who gets it stripped out from behind. Johnny Gonzalez off the backboard, good for 2. Johnny Gonzalez 5, McPherson nothing.
Wow, and Miege has come out with fire breathing out of their mouth.
Riley Hett lobs the pass to the right block. Hannah Hageman puts it on the floor, picks up her dribble. Into the lane, Mandi Cooks with a pump fake. Drives in, absorbs a ton of contact, gets hammered, and will go to the free throw line for 2. 6:27 left to go first quarter, and this foul will be called on Peyton Verholst of Bishop Miege.
And it's obvious the Bullpups want to get the ball inside. Mandi, a very strong move right there. She's got to make the free throws, though. She has struggled at the free throw line here in the state tournament.
She says, I heard that, Steve Sell. I'm going to knock down this free throw.
Didn't even hit the rim. That was nothing but net. Good-looking shot for Mandi Cooks.
Mandi Cooks scored 20 points against Bishop Miege in this game a season ago. 5-1 Stags, 6:27 left to go first quarter, and Mandi Cooks knocks down both.
That's a good sign because those were really nice form there. Johnny Gonzalez, though, she has controlled the game so far. Riley Hett on her. Riley's got to stop her.
Averaging 10.5 points per game here at the state tournament this weekend. Harms hands off Gonzalez, pulls up left elbow, thought about trying a two. Back out to Verholst, spins into the lane and scores. Peyton Verholst spins into the lane, scores with the right hand. That makes it 7-2, 2 minutes in.
And the McPherson bench was screaming for a travel call on Verholst. She does like to shuffle her feet.
Lakyn Schieferecke coming off of back-to-back games of 12. Whips a pass to the left wing for Taylor Robertson. Being defended by Johnny Gonzalez. High hedge. Faith Hawthorne dumps the pass down. Mandi off the backboard for two. Mandi Cooks with 4 points early, and she's keeping the Bullpups alive here tonight, 7 for Miege.
Mandi Cooks has come to play, but she's going to come out of the game. Cassie's going to come in. But Mandi's going to probably have to go a little longer stretches tonight, but she's off to a great start.
Fallon Russell fakes a three at the top. Back out Gonzalez. Right wing, no. Long rebound. Taylor Robertson ropes it in. Bullpups going from left to right. The student section just off of my left ear. 5:20 left to go first quarter. Taylor dumps the pass into the inside. Mandi Cooks. Pump fake. Ball gets kicked out to the right corner. Hageman, a three for the tie. This one misses way short, but Robertson grabs the air ball. Step out, left corner, three ball. Off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Pumps on a three. Back to Taylor on the left wing, and they'll reset. 5 minutes to go first quarter. 7-4 Miege. Couple of big offensive boards there. Back to Mandi Cooks. Off the backboard, leaves it a little bit too short with a spin-around shot. No good. Rebound, Fallon Russell. Russell up the floor, Johnny Gonzalez trying to stop them from running in transition. Gonzalez scoops a shot, no good. Hawthorne with a rebound and put back. She's fouled, and will go to the free throw line for two. That should be on Mandi Cooks, team foul number 1.
And that's what hurt the Bullpups in the first meeting. Hawthorne, time and again, getting the offensive rebound and either getting fouled. What'd she shoot? I think 13 free throws the first time we played them.
Faith Hawthorne was very good in that game up in Kansas City. She scored 23 points and was 11 out of 14 at the free throw line, and she knocks down the first.
Yeah,
and also remember, that was her second ever career game.
Yeah, she started out, made her first 9 free throws in that game. Miege really setting a torrid pace, though, here. They're playing fast.
Second one for Hawthorne is good. Faith Hawthorne, just a freshman. Her mother played at Bishop Miege. I talked with her parents the other night. They were a little bit new here to Salina. I said, well, you better get used to it.
Yeah,
you guys will be playing at the state tournament for a long time.
Right.
Riley Hett bounces a pass to the right wing. Lakyn Schieferecke, 4:30 left to go first quarter. 9-4 Bishop Miege. Taylor Robertson yet to score in the right corner. She had 13 early last night. Taylor still dribbling right corner. Drives the baseline. Switches to her left hand. Floats it up and good. Taylor Robertson with her first basket of the night. Makes it 9-6 Miege. Johnny Gonzalez dribbles into the lane. Boy, is she quick. Swings it back up top. Peyton Verholst being guarded by Hannah Hageman tonight. Bishop Miege has 3 different players that score 10 points per game. And now, Fallon Russell almost throws it to me. As it goes right underneath us, it hits our bag, hits all of our equipment. I could have made a better play, but I didn't have a good effort.
Yeah, Jordan Gonzalez now in for Russell. I've never quite figured out why Jordan Gonzalez doesn't start. Maybe they just like her bringing her energy off that bench.
Jordan Gonzalez will now be matched up with Taylor Robertson. She is also very quick, so that means Johnny Gonzalez is back on Lakyn Schieferecke. 9-6 Miege. Robertson flips a pass. Hageman, 3-ball. This one's short from the left wing. Rebound, though, as Miege goes to the deck. If they call a jump ball, it will go back to Miege. They will, so the Stags will keep the possession thanks to the arrow.
Yeah, Hageman looks a little nervous tonight. Her first shot was way short and missed that one. She just needs to relax a little bit. Again, state championship pressure. It's a strange animal sometimes.
3:35 left to go first quarter. Girls state title game, 4A Division I. Courtney Harms on the right wing, one of the few seniors on this team. Hawthorne dumps the pass down low. Peyton Verholst scores for 2, her second basket of the game. That makes it 11-6.
And the height for Bishop Miege really a factor here early. They're pounding the ball inside.
McPherson 5-10 against Miege all time. 5-8 at the state tournament. Riley Hett drives in and somehow scoops a shot and gets it to go. Riley Hett drove into traffic, gets off the backboard and good, and make it 11-8. McPherson has had an answer to every Miege shot.
Yeah, we just got to somehow, we got off of that 5-0 hole, and we just haven't been able to catch up. Good job by Cassie Cooks on the defensive end.
Great defense to recover as Johnny Gonzalez misses the layup short. Schieferecke pulled up from the right elbow, leaves it short, and a rebound for Courtney Harms and a reach called on Cassie Cooks.
We have seen some strange-looking shots from some of the Bullpups tonight. They've had that's about the third 10 or 12-footer that we've shot about 8 feet. Way short, and it's almost like we're pulling the string on some of our shots.
Bullpups 3 out of 9 from the field to start here. Bishop Miege 4 for 8. 11-8 Miege, 2:40 left to go first quarter. Emma Ruddle checks into the game for the first time tonight. She will guard Johnny Gonzalez. Johnny Gonzalez wears number 4. Jordan Gonzalez wears number 3. Both 5'6" juniors. Over to Johnny on the right wing, being defended by Emma Ruddle. She had a lockdown job on Tristan Gagg last night. Tristan Gagg, of her 31 points, only scored 8 on Emma Ruddle. They work the pick and roll perfectly. Courtney Harms finds Peyton Verholst on the back right block, and she scores. She's got 6 points to make it 13-8.
Yeah, Hannah Hageman's got to figure out something on defense. She's getting caught on the wrong side, and Verholst has had 3 layups.
Peyton Verholst having a great night so far. Lakyn Schieferecke says, I'm having a great state tournament, and knocks down a corner 3 in transition. Lakyn Schieferecke, after back-to-back games of a dozen points, makes this a 2-point game, 13-11.
And the Bullpups getting back on defenses, which with the first 2 opponents of Miege have not done.
Jordan Gonzalez drives in and scores on the right block. Nice take there by Jordan Gonzalez, who only scores 8 points per game. Johnny scores 10. 15-11, 1:35 left to go first quarter. Jordan Gonzalez and Johnny Gonzalez have combined for 7 tonight. Schieferecke passes up top for Cassie Cooks. 3 sophomores, a junior, and a senior on the floor for McPherson here early on. 1:25 to go first quarter, 15-11, Miege with the early lead. Handoff, Taylor Robertson, left open, 3-ball, left corner. This one misses off the front iron, no good. And Miege with the outlet to the other end. Jordan Gonzalez, no, she misses the easy layup. Hawthorne with the rebound, the putback, she's fouled. And that'll put Faith Hawthorne to the free throw line for 2. What'd we say, Steve? Rebounds and outlets up the floor.
Lakyn Schieferecke was just watching and didn't get back, and fortunately they blew the layup. But you've got to get back on defense. That's the first time that's happened tonight. We're going to see Pyle in the game, and we're going to see Sweat into the game as that bench getting a lot of time early, and Hawthorne doesn't miss very often from the line. She is an incredible-looking player.
Faith Hawthorne so far here at the state tournament, 13 points per game. She had 16 and 11 in their win over Piper yesterday.
And I think Coach Strathman's pretty much told Taylor Robertson, you're going all 32 today. So all of a sudden, it looked like we'd made a move, and 4 straight points from Miege, 17-11. We can't allow them to pull away from us early.
Faith Hawthorne knocks down both. And now Taylor Robertson avoids the pressure from Jordan Gonzalez. 1 minute left first quarter. McPherson 17, or Miege 17, McPherson 11. Ruddle, step back 3, left wing, it's good. Emma Ruddle has been spectacular here in Salina. That makes it a 3-point game.
She really has, and she can shoot the 3, and also she is so quick. She's going to give Johnny Gonzalez all she wants.
Grace Pyle goes under a screen, and Jordan Gonzalez makes her pay. She knocks down a triple from the top. She's got 5, and Miege continues to have an answer.
And the book up about 37 points a game. 36 points a game. Miege over half that already in the first quarter. And again, Miege inside. Faith Hawthorne is such a key. Hannah Hageman's back into the game. Hannah's got to get on the right side of her. She keeps getting caught on the wrong side, and Hawthorne has been able to get some easy baskets along with Verholst.
Bullpups 2 out of 6 from 3. Bishop Miege 2 out of 3 from beyond the arc. McPherson also 5 out of 12 from the field, and Miege 7 out of 12. Bishop Miege 20, McPherson 14. We start the second quarter here in Salina. Girls State Championship on the line. Great pass. Mandi off the backboard. Can't finish. Hannah Hageman, offensive rebound and put back. A great pass set it up. Cooks a little too strong, and Hannah Hageman cleans things up.
Very alert play by Hannah Hageman that time, and she needed that. She kind of struggled on her first few shots.
A very quick Fallon Russell hands off to Jordan Gonzalez, who runs right into Riley Hett, and Hett will be called for a reach. Team foul number 4, and Riley Hett picks up her first.
Just 1 on Riley Hett so far, which is a bonus because she picked up 2 early ones last night.
Fallon Russell inbounds to Faith Hawthorne. They don't want to let her shoot a 3 because despite being 6'1" and a dominating post player, she can step out and knock down a 3. Miege 20, McPherson 16. 7:25 left to go first half. Jordan Gonzalez on the right wing. Passes up Fallon Russell. Thought about a 3 at the top of the circle. Fallon Russell is a terrific athlete, not only a cross-country runner, but also a soccer player. She was 12th in the state in cross-country this past fall. with a pump fake, blows by Lakyn Schieferecke, but misses the runner on the baseline too strong, and a rebound by Riley Hett. Bullpups will push the tempo left to right. Riley runs in, kicks it back out. Taylor, good look for three, gets knocked down, and she'll go to the free throw line for three with a chance to make this a one-point game. I think there's probably a cardinal rule in girls high school basketball, and that is don't foul Taylor Robertson on a three.
Exactly, and that was on Jordan Gonzalez, and I think she may be coming out of the game.
That is her first team foul number 2 against Bishop Miege, and Taylor Robertson knocks down the first of 3. 6:58 left to go first half. Bishop Miege 20, McPherson 17. Taylor Robertson, a 91% free throw shooter on the season after knocking down 92% last year.
She did hit the rim on that one, though.
Barely.
But
she grazed the rim. Robertson with 4 points here tonight early. Mandi Cooks also with 4. That third one coming up for Taylor Robertson to make this a one-point game. No doubt knocks it down. So she makes Bishop Miege pay. Essentially a three-pointer there for the Bullpups. Robertson with 5, and that makes it just a one-point game. Miege 20, McPherson 19. Jordan Gonzalez passes up and over to the right wing for Johnny Gonzalez. Drives to the right side, going to work on Riley Hett. First shot won't go. Gets her own miss. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Jordan Gonzalez, good look from 3, and knocks it down. Nothing but net. Jordan Gonzalez, who averages 8 per game, has 8 points here just 9.5 minutes in.
Yeah, and that we didn't expect that. So that is unexpected. So now the Bullpups got to have somebody with little unexpected offense.
Mandi Cooks on the left block, swings the pass, top of the circle. Hett passes up. Hageman, open 3, good! And Hageman knocks down the triple, and the Bullpups respond. It's back to a one-point game, 23-22. Johnny Gonzalez, right wing, Jordan Gonzalez. The Bullpups switch. Jordan here to the near side for Ashton Verholst, the older of the two sisters. Now Fallon Russell, open for 3, no good. Rebound, Robertson, and a foul going the other way as Peyton Verholst will pick up the foul.
Yep, that took Taylor Robertson.
And that's her second.
Yep, but Hawthorne and Harms back into the game. We'll let Russell have the shot all night long. She's really not a shooter, and the Bullpups just kind of, begged her to shoot there, and she did. Bullpups with a chance for their first lead of the night.
5:50 to go in the first half. Miege 23, McPherson 22. Lakyn Schieferecke is defended by Johnny Gonzalez. She'll pick her up at half court. Schieferecke loses it for a moment, dribbles behind her back, now tries to get some space and does. Riley Hett way out by half court, and Coach Strathman will call for a new play. Here to the right wing. Hannah Hageman has the whole lane open up in front of her. Gets hammered from behind, and no foul call. The rebound, Miege going the other way. Johnny Gonzalez picks up her dribble at the left elbow. Hawthorne now sees the light of day and scores at the rim for 2. That's a 4-point swing right there.
And Hawthorne got away with a travel. You can see the McPherson coaches all giving the traveling signal. Hawthorne took a step before she shot it. Hannah Hageman missed after she makes that 3, a wide-open layup. But apparently she thought she got hit from behind.
Lakyn Schieferecke picks up her dribble, and Coach Strathman needs a timeout to avoid a turnover there. 5:02 left to go here in the second quarter. Miege 25, McPherson 22. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back after
96.7 FM KBBE.
5:02 left to go second quarter. Bishop Miege leads McPherson 25-22 on the girls' side here in the 4A Division I state championship game. Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina. One more game coming up today. That one will start at 6:15. The McPherson boys taking on Bishop Miege. But a lot of work to go here in this girls game. Bullpup girls playing for their 9th state championship. Bullpups with the ball out of the timeout. Robertson drives in, hop step, gets fouled, and will go to the free throw line for 2. And Johnny Gonzalez was furious about that call. We'll see who they call it on. It is on Johnny Gonzalez. That's her first team foul, number 5.
And Miege wanted to travel. They thought Taylor took an extra step in there, and because they don't want to see Taylor Robertson shooting free throws, that's for sure.
Already 3 for 3 tonight, make it 4 and a 4. Taylor Robertson now with 6 points in the game.
And again, we talked last night, she's got that bruised thumb, and she was kind of wringing her hand after that first free throw.
It doesn't appear to be affecting her tonight. She's got 7 points, 5 of them at the free throw line, where she is 5 out of 5.
Bullpups got to find a way to get a stop and get the lead. They have not had a lead yet. Every time they get close, Miege always has an answer.
Nearly a turnover, but it ends up in the hands of Jordan Gonzalez. Pulls the trigger from 3. Misses everything there, and a rebound for Taylor Robertson. Robertson with a rebound underneath. That's her 5th of the game. Taylor from left to right. Bullpups trailing 25-24. 4:20 left to go first half. Robertson pulls the trigger from 3. This one misses short, and a rebound for Ashton Bearholst. And, I thought they were going to call her for a travel, but instead, Riley Hett called for a foul.
She did travel, but Emma Ruddle now will come in for Riley Hett, which, of course, you're not losing anything when you go to the bench for Ruddle for Hett. They have been a dynamic 1-2 punch.
Riley Hett picks up her second foul. I've got a feeling she's going to have to use those wisely in the second half. 4:10 left to go in the first half. Bishop Miege 25, McPherson 24. Johnny Gonzalez passes up top. Jordan Gonzalez down low. Hawthorne runs through Cassie Cooks and scores off the backboard for 2. Hawthorne with 8 and a strong finish there.
And she just ran over Cassie Cooks there, put her shoulder down, and they're letting them play, though. At least they're consistent.
Emma Ruddle dribbles here to the near side, and she's called for a carry as that ball got pinned on her hip.
Yep.
Turnover number 3 against McPherson. Miege only has 1 so far with 3:45 left to go first half.
I don't think the McPherson coaches are very happy with all the rough stuff that's going on the inside. They have really been kind of talking, especially to Terry Savoy, who they've had several times this year. And that should have been a travel right there. She grabbed the ball and took some steps.
Courtney Harms passes up top for Johnny Gonzalez. Emma Ruddle will defend her. Harms on the right wing. Throws the pass down low. Jordan Gonzalez. Great move. Open. Hawthorne scores. Boy, they are a good passing team.
They are.
And they can always find the next open player. 29-24 Miege. 3:15 left to go first half.
I'm telling you right now, Faith Hawthorne could play college basketball right now.
And she's a freshman. Lakyn Schieferecke, floater in the lane, good. Lakyn Schieferecke with 5 here early tonight, and she has had to make a couple of big shots. Coach Chris Strathman needs them to make a stand here. 3 minutes left first half. 29 Miege, 26 McPherson. Courtney Harms dribbles here to the near side. Back to Jordan Gonzalez, top of the circle. She's got 8, and Faith Hawthorne has 10 for Miege. They get it to Hawthorne, going to work in the post. And a travel is called on Faith Hawthorne. It took a long time, and we thought a foul was coming, but the Bullpups get a break there, and now they trail by 3 with a chance to tie it. 2:49 left to go in the second quarter.
Mandi Cooks back in for her sister. It's just a shame Mandi can't go for longer stretches, but, to even be playing tonight, how much courage is that? With that Achilles injury she had, most people wouldn't have even been back, but Mandi is back on the floor.
Bullpups down by 3. Still early on, Andrea Sweat into the game after scoring 8 last night and looking really good. Right wing, Lakyn Schieferecke. Passes up top for Andrea Sweat. Now to the left wing, Mandi Cooks. A lot of space with a crossover dribble. Taking it to the hole. Mandi, a lot of contact. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it will stick with McPherson underneath.
Man, it is physical underneath the basket, which does favor Miege with their 6'3", 6'2", 6'1".
And Faith Hawthorne is a great shot blocker already with 23 this season. So just under 1 a game. Schieferecke pull up from 18 feet, top of the circle, no. Mandi Cooks grabs the offensive rebound, and a foul will be called on Miege's Ashton Bearholst. Team foul number 6. Bullpups will keep it underneath.
That was a big-time rebound by Mandi Cooks. She showed more spring than we've seen maybe on any play this year. She really got up in the air.
Bullpups inbounding. Mandi Cooks takes the line from Robertson. Mandi going to work. Shot in the lane, no good. And a rebound for Courtney Harms. Good look, but just didn't get the roll.
Yeah, and Mandi Cooks thought she got fouled on the play. They are really letting it go inside.
Jordan Gonzalez dribbling on the right wing. Bullpups defending the basket to our left. Harms with a blow-by move. Andrea Sweat with a big block underneath. Ball nearly out of bounds, and it is, and it's off of Miege last. Bullpups will have it on the baseline.
McPherson has not had this game tied. They've been within 1 several times, so this is a chance with a 3 to tie it up.
1:55 left to go first half. Bishop Miege 29, McPherson 26. Bullpups trying to finally get over this Miege hangover for the last few years. They just haven't been able to do enough to get by. But they feel good that this could be the year. Taylor Robertson in the right corner. The Bullpups have won 20 games in a row. Robertson works around a Mandi Cooks screen. Taylor on the left wing picks up her dribble. Tight defense from Jordan Gonzalez. Mandi from 18 feet leaves it a little short. Rebound, Courtney Harms.
Yeah, that's not the shot they want, an 18-footer. Mandi normally takes all her shots within 3 or 4 feet. She was open, and that's why, they let her shoot that one.
Jordan Gonzalez, top of the circle, being defended by Taylor Robertson. 1:11 left to go in the first half. Bullpups trailing by 3. Jordan Gonzalez and the Stags going to the basket to our left. Looking for state title number 21 in Terry English's 42 years as head coach. Johnny Gonzalez pulls the trigger from 3 and knocks it down. Johnny Gonzalez with 8 points here tonight. That puts the lead back to 6 for Miege.
And this is danger zone for the Bullpups. They can't allow it to be any more than 6. They need a basket here.
Lakyn Schieferecke dribbles to the left wing. Wanted a screen from Ruddle. Schieferecke will pull up from 18. In and out. Rebound, Courtney Harms. That's her 4th of the game. 35 seconds left to go first half. Bishop Miege 32, McPherson 26. Passes back up top, Jordan Gonzalez. Courtney Harms thought about a 3. Left wing, Ashton Verholst a 3 and knocks it down. 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Miege with its largest lead of the game at 9. 35-26, back-to-back threes for the Stags.
They are beating the Bullpups at their own game. They are raining three-pointers. Bullpups not hardly hitting any.
10 seconds left first half. Taylor Robertson needs a high screen for Mandi Cooks. Taylor drives in, draws the contact, no foul called. But they will say Bishop Miege is out of bounds on the baseline. Bullpups with 2 seconds left in the first half and down by 9.
And the key is Miege started the game on a 7-2 run. They're going to close the half looking like on a 7-0 run. That's 14-2, and the Bullpups are down 9. So in between that, they've been really good.
And now they will call a foul underneath on Ashton Verholst. And if it is a foul, then that, I was thinking it was actually team foul number 6. It's team foul number 5.
Or the clock never started.
They'll try the inbounds again. Robertson into Cooks. Back out right corner. Taylor 3 at the buzzer. In and out. Right in front of the Bishop Miege bench. And that would have been a big 3 if it had gone. But now at the halftime break, Miege leads McPherson on the girls' side 35-26. The Bullpups just have not had that blow to get back on top. They have stuck with Miege the entire game. They've been within 1 for almost the entire game, but they just haven't been able to take that lead. They've had a couple opportunities, but Bishop Miege made them pay in the final minute.
Yeah, the Bullpups did not score the last 3 minutes of the first half. Miege scored the final 7 after they opened the game up 7-2. It really started when Johnny Gonzalez hit those 5 points in about the first minute, and the Bullpups have been playing catch-up from ever since.
Bishop Miege 35, McPherson 26 as we hit the halftime break here in Salina of the Girls State Championship game. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll go through some of the first half numbers and have a little preview for the Boys State Championship game. You guessed it, McPherson and Miege coming up at 6:15. Bishop Miege 35, McPherson 26 at the break. We're back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE. We start the second half from the Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina. Jim Joyner, Steve Sell on 96.7 FM KBBE, or for those McPherson fans listening worldwide at MidKansasOnline.com. Steve Sell, a lot of time left in this game, 16 minutes. But the Bullpup girls need to strike quickly. They're down 35-26 to begin the second half.
Well, we talk about their scoring, but it's got to start with defense. You know, the Bullpups gave up 35 points in that half. I thought Miege played about as perfect of a half as you can play. When you only have 2 turnovers, you shoot nearly 60% from the field. You shoot 63% from three-point. You don't miss a free throw, and you turn it over only 2 times. Chances are you're going to be ahead, and they are.
McPherson's 5 starters will begin the game. Road uniforms for the McPherson Bullpups in their red. Riley Hett, Lakyn Schieferecke, Taylor Robertson, Mandi Cooks, and Hannah Hageman. The 5 starters for McPherson. Peyton Verholst back into the game. Johnny Gonzalez, Fallon Russell, as well as Courtney Harms and Faith Hawthorne. The Bullpups need a good start to this second half as Bishop Miege starts with the basketball going to the end to our right. The Miege bench to our right as well. Peyton Verholst drives to the basket and scores with ease. Peyton Verholst, who is in some foul trouble, gets right to the rim. She's got 8 points. Bullpups, other end of the floor. Riley Hett, an answer from 3, and knocks it down from the right wing. Riley Hett's got 5, and that makes it an 8-point game. Bullpups showing pressure in the backcourt. Johnny Gonzalez up the floor. Verholst drives in, draws the contact from Hannah Hageman, and will go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, when you got a 6'3" or 6'2" player that can handle the ball like Verholst, what an advantage that is.
Bishop Miege was 4 out of 4 at the free throw line in the first half, all of those coming from Faith Hawthorne. And Peyton Verholst's first free throw bounces in and out.
And remember, Peyton Verholst is the granddaughter of former Buhler coach Jim Baker, the daughter of former Buhler All-Stater Robin Baker. Bullpups played against her many times.
Verholst knocks down the second, so she's got 9 points tonight. So 10 for freshman Faith Hawthorne, 9 for freshman Peyton Verholst, and 8 for junior guard Johnny Gonzalez, as well as 8 for Jordan Gonzalez. Bullpups trailing 38-29, 7:15 left to go third quarter. Robertson works off a screen. She's got a mismatch with Faith Hawthorne. Robertson, step back three. This one looks a little short. It is. Rebound by Johnny Gonzalez, now up to Verholst. Up the floor, Johnny Gonzalez streaking to the other end, drives in, tries a bounce pass back out to Fallon Russell, and now Miege will settle back in. Left corner, though, Harms is open for three, misses it short, rebound Taylor Robertson.
And again, a lot of contact. Taylor getting banged around in there.
Taylor with her 6th rebound of the game. Bullpups quickly up the floor to the end to our left. Riley Hett dribbles in. Going into work on a triple team, back out to Mandi. Cooks into the lane, scoops up and under, won't go, and a rebound for Verholst.
Another point-blank layup for the Bullpups.
Stags want to run. Kick out left corner. Fallon Russell turns down a shot, and Bishop Miege will reset. McPherson trails 38-29, 6:25 left to go third quarter. Bullpups need a stop and a score here to get this game back to double or just a two-possession game. Faith Hawthorne with a perfect pass down low for Peyton Verholst. Pass was deflected, though, and knocked out of bounds. It will stick with the Stags on the end to our right.
Boy, I'll tell you, when you got Hawthorne at 6'1", Verholst at 6'2", they are just so long inside.
Johnny Gonzalez off the inbounds was left open for a moment. They'll go back up top with Faith Hawthorne. Back to Gonzalez. Blows into the lane. Left hand. Gonzalez won't get the roll. Verholst with the rebound, though. She's blocked on her shot. And a rebound for Riley Hett, who gets mugged in the backcourt. And a foul is called on Bishop Miege. The Stags' first of the second half. It's called on Faith Hawthorne.
And the Miege section just screaming at the officials after that.
A
But,
lot of contact as Verholst came in.
but they've let it go on both ends.
5:55 to go third quarter. Bishop Miege 38, McPherson 29. The girls trying to win their 9th state championship. Bishop Miege trying to win its 21st. Taylor Robertson gets a high screen from Hannah Hageman. Robertson drives in on Johnny Gonzalez, left-handed, good. Taylor Robertson takes it right to the hole. She's got 9, and the lead is down to 7.
Well, it's got to start on the defensive end, though. We got to get stops.
Fallon Russell passes here to the near side for Courtney Harms. Bishop Miege slowing the tempo down now. Fallon Russell right wing, being defended by Lakyn Schieferecke. Hawthorne, they give her space from 18, but she doesn't decide to shoot. Back up top, Fallon Russell, 5'5", and the smallest player on the floor. Now to the right wing, Johnny Gonzalez, the quickest player on the floor. What a pass. Faith Hawthorne with a no-look pass to the right block for Peyton Verholst. She scores. She's the leading scorer tonight with 11 points. 5 minutes to go third quarter. The lead is back to 9 for Miege.
Yeah, we're just getting shredded inside, and there's nothing we can do. They're just too tall.
Lakyn Schieferecke nearly travels, nearly called for a charge. Mandi Cooks skips the pass, right corner. Hageman, 3, no. Rebound, though, by Riley Hett, but they will call it over the back on Mandi Cooks first. Going against the Bullpups, Mandi picks up her second.
And the 3 ball just not dropping very much for the Bullpups. They've only made 4.
4 out of 12.
Made
4
12,
out of 13 now.
Made 12 last night. A little different breed of animal, though, when you play Miege. I mean, they are so long, so athletic. Again, it's just like playing a machine.
McPherson made 11 three-pointers against Miege the first time in that 59-51 loss. Johnny Gonzalez scoops a pass in. Verholst back out to Jordan Gonzalez, who just checked in. Both Gonzalez's on the floor, as well as Peyton Verholst, Faith Hawthorne, and Courtney Harms for the Stags.
And we've heard the McPherson coaching staff all night long yelling 3 seconds. They do get a lot of looks in three-point. Look at Verholst go over the top and snag that rebound. What an athletic play by Verholst. Again, too much size for Miege.
Andrea Sweat will be called for the foul as Peyton Verholst will step to the free throw line for 2. Hawthorne missed about an 18-footer that they've been giving her all night and been baiting her to shoot. She missed. And Verholst with a very athletic rebound. Her first free throw spins in and out.
Well, fortunately, they're missing free throws. A whole wave of substitutions now for the Bullpups. Kathy Cooks, Emma Ruddle, Grace Pyle. Bullpups aren't cutting into this lead. They were down 9, and they're still down 9, so they have not cut into the lead halfway through the quarter.
4:21 left to go in the third frame, and Verholst misses both. Rebound grabbed by Kathy Cooks. Grace Pyle will walk the basketball from right to left. 3 sophomores, a freshman and a senior on the floor for McPherson. Taylor Robertson left wing. She's got 9 points in the game tonight. Robertson passes Grace Pyle. Thought about a 3. Back to the right wing. Andrea Sweat, who had 8 points last night. Grace Pyle back with the ball in her hands. Had a big three-pointer in that game against Labette County as the Bullpups won by 21. Robertson step back, fade away three, in and out. Rebound, though, grabbed by Peyton Verholst of Miege. Stags want to run. They've got some numbers. Up the floor, Jordan Gonzalez, 3:45 left to go third quarter, and Miege leads 48-31.
And Taylor just can't get the three-point shot to go tonight. Johnny Gonzalez, so much faster, and there's a great defensive play by Grace Pyle.
Grace Pyle with a steal, trying to burn the defense to the other end. Can't finish the layup, though. Offensive rebound, Cassie Cooks off the backboard. She's fouled, and that will put Cassie Cooks to the free throw line for two.
Great.
Foul is called on Peyton Verholst, her third.
Tremendous hustle by Cassie Cooks, but the Bullpups have to play almost near perfect the rest of the way, and that starts here at the foul line. Cassie needs to make these two.
Cassie Cooks steps to the free throw line for a pair. 5.1 points per game for her on the season and knocks down the first.
Bullpups really need to get this thing down to about 5 by the end of the quarter, and Mandi Cooks is going to come back in for Cassie as soon as she shoots the free throw. Let's hope Cassie can knock this down.
Second one for Cassie Cooks. Off the back iron, offensive rebound. Andrea Sweat, turnaround, little runner in the lane. No. Rebound out of bounds off of Cassie Cooks' last and back to Bishop Miege. That was a golden opportunity there.
How many
on the
times,
first miss of the free throw line tonight.
How many times have we had a shot in close range and not drawn iron? We've pulled the string several times on shots.
3:20 left to go third quarter. Bishop Miege seeing the McPherson full court pressure for about the second time tonight.
Wow.
Faith Hawthorne with a no-look pass up the floor to Ashton Verholst, the older of the two. She's just a sophomore. She's probably going to be playing basketball at Kansas State collegiately. That's still a long way away from that, though, too. Courtney Harms in the left corner. Hands off Jordan Gonzalez. Jordan Gonzalez has played a great game tonight. Skips the pass to the right wing for Johnny Gonzalez. Back to Jordan. Going to work on Taylor Robertson to the right wing, Faith Hawthorne. Stags going to the end to our right. Under 3 to go third quarter. Courtney Harms, she will try a three way short. It hits off the front iron and a rebound for Andrea Sweat. Bullpups trail by 8. 2:40 to go third quarter. They need an answer here. Taylor Robertson dribbles to the right side, gets a mismatch with Ashton Verholst. Robertson in the right corner. Wants to reset and now will. But into the lane. Andrea Sweat off the backboard and good. Andrea Sweat coming alive in the state tournament. And a timeout taken by McPherson. Bishop Miege 40, Bullpups 34. 2:25 left to go here in the third quarter. Steve Sell, they needed that.
Got me a swig of water. Yes, they did. And I'll tell you, Andrea Sweat, these last two games, she's showing that potential that she has. We know she's going to be a big-time player at some point, and she's done a great job the last two games.
4A Division I Girls State Basketball Championship game here in Salina. Bishop Miege, who comes into this game at 22-2, leads McPherson 40-34, who is 22-1. That one loss to this Bishop Miege team back on December the 8th in their own house.
And it seems like every time the Bullpups start to creep in, Miege gets a basket. Let's see if McPherson can get a stop right here.
Bullpups now trailing by 6. 2:25 left to go in the third quarter.
They had a line change during that timeout, too.
Taylor Robertson, Riley Hett, Hannah Hageman, Lakyn, Schieferecke, and Mandi Cooks, the 5 on the floor. Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone. Courtney Harms into the middle of the zone for Faith Hawthorne. So far tonight, Bishop Miege at the 3-point line, 5 out of 10. And they'll see if they can zone them into missing a few. Bullpups at the 3-point line, 4 out of 13 tonight. Jordan Gonzalez, hands off. Faith Hawthorne, who knocks down the jumper from the free throw line. She has 12 points, and as a freshman playing in her first ever state championship game, she is leading all scorers.
And they don't have a point from a senior yet tonight.
Hannah Hageman passes left wing. Hett, they need this one, misses off the back iron, and a rebound pulled down by Johnny Gonzalez. Johnny Gonzalez from left to right. Bullpups trailing by 8. 1:35 left to go third quarter. 42 Miege, 34 McPherson. They stay in the 2-3 zone.
Terry English says we're going for one shot.
Faith Hawthorne passes down. Instead, they go for multiple shots, and Ashton Verholst misses underneath, and he is furious.
Wow, he did not want him to shoot that shot.
Lakyn Schieferecke and the Bullpups dribble from right to left. To see a red here in Salina, they are waiting on something to cheer about. 1:11 to go, third quarter. Lakyn Schieferecke passes to the top, Hannah Hageman. They'll swing it right wing. And Riley Hett's pass is turned over and stolen by Courtney Harms. Stags want to run, 2-on-1 break. Jordan Gonzalez will pull the ball back out. 1 minute left third quarter, and now they want to hold for the final shot of this third frame.
Bullpups back to man-to-man, I believe.
42-34, Bishop Miege leads. The Stags want to hold for the final shot of the third quarter.
We're confused on defense. Hannah Hageman doesn't know what defense we're in.
Well, luckily Bishop Miege is in no hurry and will still be holding for the next 35 seconds. Stags with the ball in the end to our right, holding for the final shot of the third quarter. Now down to 27 seconds. 42-34, Bishop Miege. Here in the state championship as the Stags are looking to win their 5th straight. Now down to 15, Jordan Gonzalez. Being defended by Lakyn Schieferecke. Now down to 10. Jordan Gonzalez picks up her dribble. Ashton Verhulst up top. Back to Johnny Gonzalez. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. They need to hurry. Johnny Gonzalez in the lane is fouled with 1.5 seconds left.
That's okay because Bullpups, they're not in the 1-and-1. They're going to make them throw the ball inbounds.
Riley Hett picks up her third, team foul number 4.
That 7-point run to close out the first half, that has been the difference in the ball game.
Taylor Robertson with a steal and a heave from half court at the buzzer, no good. And that will do it for quarter number 3 here in Salina. McPherson trails Bishop Miege 42-34 as we start the fourth quarter. All the Bullpup fans listening, they need a little McPherson magic right now. Start of the fourth quarter, McPherson trails 42-34. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
You're listening to McPherson Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
Start of the fourth quarter here from the Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina. At the beginning of this final frame, McPherson trails the 4-time defending state champions 42-34. Steve Sell, we've been saying it since the start of this second half. They need to get a break here and knock down a big 3 because if they can do that, they get the momentum back on their side.
Yeah, they get the ball to start the fourth quarter, and again, the Bullpups not be able to knock any 3s down. Taylor Robertson has no 3s.
0 for 5 tonight.
Wow.
I've got a feeling she's got a big fourth quarter coming. 7:50 to go in the game. McPherson trails by 8. State championship game here in Salina. Robertson on the right wing, drives in, tries to step in, left-handed floater and one. Robertson got bumped, threw up a blind shot with her left hand, and a chance to make it a 3-point play as Ashton Verhulst will be called for the foul.
She didn't make a 3-pointer, but she can make an old-fashioned 3. We'll take it either way.
Taylor Robertson playing the final quarter of her McPherson High basketball career.
And here comes the press.
They've cut it to 5 as she makes the old-fashioned 3-point play. Bishop Miege escapes the pressure, 2-on-1. Peyton Verhulst scores, and what an athletic move in doing so in the 2-on-1 break. She's got 13, 44-37 Miege.
Mandi Cooks couldn't have done any more. She played it just right, just to give Verhulst credit. An athletic play.
Hannah Hageman swings the basketball to the left wing. Lakyn Schieferecke pulls it back out. Schieferecke into the lane. Floater. Gets hit hard. No foul called. Rebound. Squirms around as Mandi Cooks fights for it. And they will call a foul on Bishop Miege. And Peyton Verhulst on diving to the floor. That's her 4th.
And again, Terry English, every single call, he is just seemingly outraged.
That was a 50-50 ball as both Peyton Verhulst and Mandi Cooks dove to the floor. And now the freshman will go to the bench. She's the game's leading scorer with 13.
And she has been dynamite, just like her mother, Robin Baker.
Peyton Verhulst is a name you're going to hear for a long time. Taylor Robertson with a mismatch, being guarded by Faith Hawthorne. Top of the circle, she wants an isolation. Clears everybody out. Bullpups trailing by 7 with 7 to go. Robertson drives in, again floats up a left-handed shot. It's good. Taylor turns to the bench and says, come on. Bullpups trailing now by 5.
Taylor reaching
39.
Yeah, deep into her bag of tricks there. A couple finger rolls.
Robertson now with 14. You can hear the McPherson student section with a little life. Miege trying to find an answer. Ashton Verhulst and the Bishop Miege Stags have done so all night. Faith Hawthorne with an unbelievable move as she drives down the baseline and finishes with a reverse layup. She's got 14 tonight.
And again, Mandi Cooks is doing everything she can. She played it just right. Hawthorne's just better. She's just so good.
Lakyn Schieferecke on the right wing. Bullpups need another answer. Taylor, wide open three, top of the circle, misses off to the right side, and a rebound for Courtney Harms. Boy, did she need that one. 6:05 to go. Bishop Miege 46, McPherson 39. That one would have been huge. Nearly a travel on Jordan Gonzalez. But to get it back into the hands of her twin sister, Johnny Gonzalez, who blows past the defense, dumps the pass off. Hawthorne misses the easy layup. Riley Hett rebound. Dribbling into a 1-on-3. Riley Hett gets it poked out from behind. Courtney Harms saves it in the corner, and the Bullpups with a costly turnover there.
Yeah, you got it. Somebody from behind needed to tell Riley that she had somebody behind her. Lack of communication there, and the Bullpups just can't seem to get this game down to where Miege will be nervous. They keep this 7 to 9 point advantage. McPherson just can't cut into it.
Timeout taken by Bishop Miege. 5:44 left to go in the 4A Division I Girls State Championship game. Miege leads McPherson 46-39. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
You're listening to McPherson Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE.
5:44 left to go in the 4A Division I Girls State Championship game. Bishop Miege trying to win its 5th consecutive. They lead McPherson 46-39. Steve Sell, the Bullpups, trying to pick up their first win over Bishop Miege here at the state tournament since the late 2000s.
And if Miege does hold on, you better get used to it because they don't have a single point from a senior tonight.
They've had great performances from Faith Hawthorne and Peyton Fairholst. They have combined for 27. This is their first state title game. Miege leads by 7, 5.5 to go. Hawthorne drives to the basket and scores with ease. Faith Hawthorne, she is going to be a big-time college basketball player.
Yep.
She's got 16 tonight, and how about this for efficiency? 6 for 8 from the field.
She had 23 against us up in Kansas City. We have no answer for it. Doesn't matter who we guard her with. She just scores at will.
Bullpups trail by 9 now, 48-39. Taylor Robertson being defended by Jordan Gonzalez. Gets the screen. Now should have been called a block on Ashton Verholst, and now it's a reach on Verholst. 5:02 left to go in the game. McPherson trails 48-39 as Ashton Verholst, the older of the two Verholsts, picks up her third.
And Coach Stradman really upset. He basically called that foul for the official, and he finally did call it. They have let a lot of contact go, and again, when you're 6'3", 6'2", 6'1", that is going to favor the bigger team.
Coach Strathman made a comment to me before the game that Bishop Miege made a ton of shots or they missed a ton of shots right around the rim yesterday in their narrow win over Piper, and he just had a feeling they were going to get some of those to fall tonight, and that has been exactly the case.
Another big bump.
Hageman, big three coming, in and out, and a rebound for Courtney Harms. Under 5 to go, 48-39 Miege. Stags pass the ball to the right wing for Ashton Verholst, who did not play against McPherson the first time. Johnny Gonzalez working on Emma Ruddle. Out of the right wing for Ashton Verholst, who's being guarded by Hannah Hageman. Bishop Miege is very content with playing the rest of this 4.5 minutes at a very slow pace. They lead McPherson by 9. Jordan Gonzalez with a wonderful pass to Faith Hawthorne, who bobbles it. They get it back to the right wing. Gonzalez and the Stags will reset. Hawthorne would have had an easy layup, but she bobbled it. Johnny Gonzalez dribbling out by half court. Dribbles to her left, behind her back now, drives in, floats the pass out, nearly turns it over, right corner, Jordan Gonzalez.
I don't think Miege is going to shoot anymore unless it's a layup.
Harms with a bounce pass down the baseline, stolen and saved by Lakyn Schieferecke, but it gets through the hands of the Bullpups. Now Schieferecke gets punched, and she hits the deck.
She literally got punched in the face.
3:57 left to go in the game, and Courtney Harms will pick up the foul. That's her first and team foul number 6. Mandi Cooks in, Cassie Cooks out. Bullpups trailing by 9. Hannah Hageman, Lakyn Schieferecke, Taylor Robertson, Emma Ruddle, and Mandi Cooks need a basket here. Schieferecke dribbles from right to left, gets the ball to Emma Ruddle. Down to the right side for Hannah Hageman. Hageman gets a high screen by Mandi Cooks, thought about a 3. Down to the left wing, Schieferecke with a 3 ball coming. This one's short, and a rebound for Courtney Harms.
The 3 ball has just dried up, and there's a double dribble on Harms. What are the Bullpups now from 3? They have just really dried up.
They've made 1 in the second half. They're 4 out of 16 on the night behind the 3-point line.
And this is a team that has made
4 out of 17
now. This is a team that's made 8 threes in every game since the 1st of February. Coach Stradman, he's still not happy with his official in front of him. He has been talking to him the whole game, and he's been kind of upset there's been so much contact called, or not called.
3:20 to go. Girls trail Miege 48-39. State title is on the line. It'll be given out in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Bullpups need a run, and it's got to start now. Ruddle drives in. Layup won't go. Cooks offensive rebound and put back. Mandi Cooks scores her 3rd basket of the game, and a timeout taken by McPherson. 3:08 to go. They've cut the lead and kept it into single digits. Miege 48, McPherson 41. Steve Sell, the Bullpup defense has been so strong this year at forcing and creating turnovers. And they're going to come out of this timeout into pressure. And they need a turnover on Bishop Miege bad.
Yeah, they really do. They're putting Andrea Sweat in there, hoping that with her long arms, and they got Maggie Leaf in too. Maggie Leaf, kind of a defensive specialist. They're hoping to get a turnover here.
How about this, Steve? Bishop Miege has 6 turnovers. McPherson has 5.
Wow.
So the Bullpups have won the turnover battle through nearly 29 minutes of this game, and they trail Miege by 7. The biggest difference tonight, Steve, 4 out of 17 from 3 for a team that normally knocks down 40%.
And the big difference, Taylor Robertson for the Bullpups just hasn't been able to get anything going from 3. Now she's, made some nice moves, 18 points. She had 30 in the last time. Give a lot of credit to Johnny Gonzalez. The difference is Johnny is a lot quicker than Taylor, and that quickness, has really bothered Taylor tonight.
Taylor Robertson with 14 points to go along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists tonight. And she's played in all 29 minutes. Bullpups will not show pressure here. And now they'll pick him up just before half court. Taylor Robertson waits for Johnny Gonzalez, and now nearly a turnover as Ruddle got her hands on a pass. Back to Jordan Gonzalez. Bullpups need a turnover. Gonzalez passes to the other Gonzalez. That is Johnny Gonzalez. Peyton Verholz back out to Johnny. And into the lane, Verholz.
Bullpups are going to have to foul.
Bishop Miege very content with holding on here with a 7-point lead and 2:40 to go in the state championship game. Johnny Gonzalez takes it to the hole, can't finish. Offensive rebound and put back by Peyton Verholz. She's got 15, and the lead grows back to 9.
And
2.5 to go.
That's the dagger. That is the dagger. Because Bullpups had a chance there.
Left corner, Andrea Sweat. She says, Steve Sell, don't count us out yet. Well, Andrea Sweat knocks down a corner 3. She's got 5, and the lead is down to 6. 2:15 to go. Jordan Gonzalez dribbles into a trap, and Terry English, the Bishop Miege head coach, takes a timeout. We will not take a timeout. 2:12 to go in this game. Steve Sell, Bishop Miege 50, McPherson 44. They are still 1 foul away from putting this game into the bonus and putting Miege to the free throw line, but you got to think that they are going to go balls to the walls defense here and try and force a turnover.
Yeah, they've got to. They don't have any choice. Either that or they got to start fouling and turn this into a free throw shooting game and try to lengthen the game out and hope Miege doesn't shoot free throws. But you can't foul Hawthorne. She's a dynamic free throw shooter. I think you have to foul the Verholz. Neither one of them has shot the ball real well, I don't think, from the free throw line in this tournament.
Bishop Miege is 5 out of 8 on the night at the free throw line. McPherson 9 out of 10. 50-44, Miege will have the basketball on the sideline across from us out of the timeout. The Stags still have 3 timeouts remaining. McPherson has 2. 2:10 to go. Bullpups trail by 6. 50-44. They need a stop and a score. Jordan Gonzalez draws the double team and throws the ball out of bounds. Okay. There's the stop. Now they need a score.
Andrea Sweat coming up big. Of course, it's going to be all 3 balls for the Bullpups pretty much here right now.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. I thought when they got that offensive rebound putback, that was the dagger, but these Bullpups never quit.
Lakyn Schieferecke at half court, dribbling from right to left. Dribbles here to the near side, Riley Hett. Hett dribbles over to the right wing. Taylor Robertson gets a screen for Mandi Cooks. Now has the mismatch, Faith Hawthorne. Right wing, Riley Hett. They get it back to Taylor. Open look for 3. No. Offensive rebound. Cooks a putback and 1 for Mandi Cooks. the senior playing in her final game with the offensive board and putback. And an and one free throw here will make this a one-possession game, and Peyton Verholst has fouled out of the game. The game's leading scorer will now watch the rest of it from the bench.
Well, they were so concerned about Taylor, they forgot Mandi inside. Great putback. Mandi really needs to knock this free throw down. Could be a one-possession game. We were just down 9 less than about 40 seconds ago.
The M1 free throw, no good, as Andrea Sweat had the rebound, but they call her for a push-off.
And it's
team foul number 6.
Boy, and it's the same official Coach Strathman has not been happy with all night. He walks right down to him, and, man, this guy is really kind of, and he and Coach Strathman kind of barking back and forth at each other.
Timeout taken by Bishop Miege. 1:42 left to go in this game. Steve will keep it here. Miege leads 50-46. And they will be inbounding on the baseline to our left and will have to go the length of the floor. We mentioned it a moment ago, 6 team fouls against the Bullpups. So from here on out, for the next 3 fouls, Miege will be shooting a 1-and-1. And remember, Steve, this is a young Bishop Miege team.
You do not want to foul Johnny Gonzalez, and you do not want to foul Faith Hawthorne. I think Harms is the one you probably want to foul, or maybe the other Verholst, but you don't want to foul Gonzalez or Hawthorne.
McPherson trails Bishop Miege 50-46, 1:42 to go.
Yeah, at 2:30 it was 50-41, and the Bullpups. I kind of wrote them off, but I should have known better. These Bullpups never give up. Defensively, Andrea Sweat came up with a big play, got us a turnover, resulted in a basket for Mandi Cooks.
We'll get a score update here as the Derby Panthers at 6A girls are going to win the state championship. They enter the fourth quarter with a 16-point lead over my alma mater, the Olathe East Hawks. So a team that the Bullpups beat this year is going to win the 6A state title.
Wow. What does that tell you? Bullpups with a 1-2, 1-1 zone press, almost a travel.
1:40 to go, 50-46. Miege has to get the ball across half court and now does. And now a block will be called on Riley Hett, and a 1-and-1 coming up for Jordan Gonzalez, and the crowd wanted a push-off with that right arm.
Jordan Gonzalez just threw that arm out, and they called it on Riley Hett. They called it on Sweat.
Bishop Miege to the free throw line now. They will call it on Riley Hett. That's
what I
4.
thought. That's 4 on Riley.
Miege is 5 out of 8 at the free throw line tonight, and a 1-and-1 coming up. 1:33 to go, a 4-point game. The Bullpups need a miss here, and they don't get it. Jordan Gonzalez knocks down the first free throw.
Well, if you told Coach Strathman before the game that Jordan Gonzalez would be maybe the player of the game for the Stags, he would have been very surprised.
She's got 9 tonight. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Bullpups and Andrea Sweat. She has been phenomenal tonight. 5 points and some big rebounds.
Got to go.
Trailing by 5.
Yeah, Lakyn can't stand out there and just dribble. We got to get moving, and she's going to get a 5 count. What is she doing?
1:20 to go. Schieferecke drives in, pulls up from 15, leaves it short. Offensive rebound, Riley Hett drives in. Shot won't go. Rebound to the perimeter. Andrea Sweat, open 3. No! Mandi Cooks, offensive rebound off the backboard and good. She makes it a 3-point game. 1:05 to go and a timeout taken. 51 Miege, 48 McPherson. Mandi Cooks coming alive here in the final game, in the final minutes of her high school career. She's got 10 tonight and has been all over the offensive boards.
Oh, man, if this is the Mandi Cooks we've been waiting for all year, just dominating inside. And she's going to come out of the game. We're going to go to our defensive team. That's Leap and Ruddle. And I still think you have to foul. If you don't get the turnover, foul immediately and turn it into a free throw contest.
Bishop Miege has turned it over 11 times tonight. McPherson has turned it over 6. Bishop Miege leads McPherson 51-48 with 1:05 to go. The Stags will have the basketball on the baseline all the way on the opposite end of their end. So Terry English, the head man in his 42nd season at Miege, looking for his 21st title. This thing is far from over with 65 seconds to go in a 3-point game. And also remember, they're still in the 1-and-1 for 2 more fouls.
Exactly. And now you got to figure out who you want to foul. I think they'll have Harms taken out because they know the Bullpups want to foul Harms.
Harms is on the floor.
I'm still not convinced Jordan Gonzalez is a great free throw shooter. She has kind of a knuckleball-looking style.
The Tony's Pizza Event Center is rocking. Bullpups trail by 3. 1 minute to go. Stags from left to right. They've got to get the ball across half court. They throw it up for Courtney Harms.
That's who you foul.
Harms drives in, dumps it down, face Hawthorne, and traveling is called. 53.6 seconds left. It's a one-possession game, and the Bullpups have the ball.
And what a masterful job Chris Strathman has done on the sideline, playing offense, defense, a three-pointer, and we have a brand-new game.
51-48, 50 seconds to go. Lakyn Schieferecke dribbles to the left side, passes up top for Riley Hett. Now down to 45. Riley Hett with a bounce pass to Andrea Sweat. Taylor Robertson hasn't made a three tonight, and wouldn't she love to make one here? Schieferecke with a pass left corner. Hett open three for the tie. Good! Riley Hett knocks down a three. 30 seconds left. We're tied up at 51. Unbelievable. They were down 9. Now nearly a turnover in the backcourt. Miege into the front court. Right wing, Jordan Gonzalez. 18 seconds left. State title on the line. Now down to 15. 51-51. And a timeout taken by Bishop Miege. Unbelievable. 13.8 seconds left. Miege with a full timeout. We're tied at 51. Riley Hett with the biggest shot of her career tied the game up at 51 apiece.
Amazing. I wrote this team off with 2:30 to go. We'd just given up an offensive putback. It was 50-41. The Bullpups, you could just see the confidence going out of their faces. And then all of a sudden, Andrea Sweat hit a three. Mandi Cooks got a basket. Mandi's got a putback. A three by Riley Hett. Brand new game. And I will guarantee you it's either going to be Gonzalez off the bounce or they're going to get it inside the Hawthorne.
Unbelievable. 51 apiece with 13.8 to go. Everybody here inside the Tony's Pizza Event Center is on their feet. Terry English, the head coach, and the bench to our right is drawing up a play to potentially win a state title for Bishop Miege. Chris Strathman, the head coach to our left in his 13th season, trying to win his third state championship and trying to draw up a play defensively here to stop the Stags.
And what heart this Bullpup team has shown.
Unbelievable. Taylor Robertson pumping up this crowd.
Watch out for Hawthorne.
51-51. Miege inbounds to Faith Hawthorne, now down to 12 seconds to go. Bullpups trying to force overtime. State title on the line. 6 seconds. Johnny Gonzalez working on Riley Hett. Passes right wing, 2 seconds. 1 second. Shot at the buzzer, no good. Overtime! 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 The Bullpups rally from the depths of despair, and we're going to overtime here in the Girls State Championship game. 51 apiece. Oh my goodness. Steve Sell, the Bullpups have rallied in the fourth quarter. They force overtime, and all of McPherson, with their eyes on this game, a little McPherson magic playing out here in the final quarter.
That is a comeback for the ages. And remember, their leading scorer in this game, Peyton Verholst, has fouled out. The Bullpups now, it's a 4-minute game. You have 4 minutes in overtime. If they could just get the first lead here in the overtime, because maybe that basket might start to get small for Miege.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
That's all we can say.
I just got a text from Wilson, and Wilson said, "Oh my God." Number one Bullpup fan.
I think that's what about everybody here inside the Tony's Pizza Event Center is saying as well. Steve Sell, there's one thing we know about this McPherson team. They never give up.
Oh my gosh.
The boys are the same way.
Okay, I'll just tell you. It was 2 minutes and 30 seconds ago, the Bullpups were down 9. Actually, 2 minutes and 17 seconds ago, the Bullpups were down 9. They tie this game with a 10-1 run.
The Bullpups with their starting 5 on the floor, red jerseys as we go to center court with a tip in overtime. 4 minutes on the clock. McPherson and Miege, they need 4 minutes to determine a state champion.
How about Taylor Robertson just taking this game over? What a way it'd be to close out her career.
Riley Hett dribbles over to the right wing. Both teams are in the bonus to start the fourth quarter.
Mandi.
And a moving screen called on Mandi Cooks, her third.
Yep, you got to be set. Just a little too excited there. Mandi Cooks, though, she has played like a woman possessed here in the fourth quarter and overtime. She's the one that really kind of got us here with her scoring.
51-51, and now Robertson is called for a hand check at half court, and Johnny Gonzalez will go to the stripe for a 1-and-1.
Wow, a couple of really tough calls, both of them going Miege's way.
Johnny Gonzalez with 8 points tonight. Her first to the 1-and-1 is good. Miege regains the lead, 52-51, 3:41 to go in overtime.
Yeah, I just keep saying, if the Bullpups could ever somehow get the lead.
Remember, Peyton Fairholz, debatably the team's best player, on the bench for all of overtime because she fouled out, and Johnny Gonzalez misses the second. 52 Miege, 51 McPherson. The Bullpups have never led in this game.
How about a Taylor three right here?
Riley Hett hit the big three to force overtime. Now to the right wing for Taylor, working on Jordan Gonzalez. Gets a screen, wants the roll. Taylor drives in, gets fouled, and Robertson going to the free throw line for two. And this foul, I believe, is going to be on Ashton Fairholz. No, instead they'll call it on Courtney Harbs for a reach. That's her second, team foul number 8. 3:23 to go in overtime. 4A Division I Girls State Championship game. And Robertson at the free throw line for two with a chance to tie it. Yes. Taylor Robertson now with 15, 6 out of 6 at the free throw line. And now Taylor Robertson, a 92% free throw shooter with a chance to give the Bullpups their first lead of the game.
Never led in this game. Taylor's got a chance.
The Bullpups have their first lead of the game here in overtime. 3:20 to go. 53-52. They have ramped up the defensive pressure. They are speeding the Stags up. Bishop Miege going to the basket to our right. Jordan Gonzalez drives. Kicks out Harms. Left corner, Jordan Gonzalez for the lead. No. Rebound tipped out by Andrea Sweat. It's going the other way. Foul called on Bishop Miege, and Andrea Sweat will have a 1-and-1. Andrea Sweat has turned it up big time here at the state tournament. What a rebound. Foul is on Johnny Gonzalez, her second. 3:04 to go in OT.
She looks up in the stands. I'm sure she's looking at her dad. He's probably telling her, relax. This is huge right here. 1-and-1.
Andrea Sweat steps to the line where she's only taken 6 free throws on the year and misses the front end of the 1-and-1.
Had a chance to put it up 3.
3 minutes to go in the overtime. McPherson 53, Bishop Miege 52. Bullpups trying to knock off the Stags and end this 4-year reign of terror on 4A Division I. Remember, we've still got a boys state championship game coming up later tonight. 2:40 to go in OT. Miege into the right corner, going to the basket to our right. Courtney Harms nearly travels. Left corner, Johnny Gonzalez. Good look from 3, way too strong. Rebound underneath. Harms goes to the floor, and a travel is called. Courtney Harms grabbed the rebound, fell to the floor here in the Tony's Pizza Event Center, and turnover number 9 called against Miege.
And if Taylor Robertson doesn't have the ball in her hands this possession, I mean, that's what the Bullpups need to just get it in Taylor's hands, get out of her way, and let her go to work.
53-52. McPherson leads for the first time tonight. 2:22 to go in overtime. Lakyn Schieferecke on the right wing. State championship on the line. The Bullpups are down by 9 in the fourth quarter. Robertson throws up a shot, no good. Ball lands out of bounds off of Ashton Fairholz at Bishop Miege.
Man, it looked like it hit Taylor out of bounds. We might have got a break there. And it also looked like Taylor got hammered on the play, but they are just letting them play. They're going to let them decide it.
Taylor Robertson will inbound on the baseline to our left. Wouldn't it be nice to see her lob it into Mandi Cooks and find Taylor in the corner for 3 like they've done so many times this year? Backdoor on the inbound. Riley Hett gets clobbered from behind, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2 as that puts the Bullpups into the double bonus.
I was going to say, if they did, I never heard a whistle.
It's so loud in here.
It's so loud in here. I did not hear the whistle. I was going to say, if they call that, she got tackled out of bounds.
Courtney Harms picks up her 4th for Bishop Miege. Riley Hett to the free throw line for 2 and knocks down the first. 54-52. 2:08 to go.
And this is the big one because that makes Miege have to shoot a 3 to tie.
Riley Hett hit the game-tying 3 in regulation and knocks down 2 free throws here. Substitution, Emma Ruddle into the game for Riley Hett. What a performance by the junior.
14-2 run for the Bullpups.
55-52, their largest lead of the game, and the Bullpups will show the full court pressure. 2:05 to go here in overtime. Up the floor, Ashton Verholz scoops it to Courtney Harms, driving in, draws the contact, she's fouled, and will go to the free throw line for two. Foul should be called on Andrea Sweat. No, instead it's on Mandy Cooks. That is her fourth with 1:59 to go in the overtime.
And Harms has not scored a point tonight.
First free throw for Courtney Harms, no good. You can hear the contingent of McPherson fans.
No, they are stomping the seat so hard, it's vibrating up here. We have so many people here, it is unbelievable.
They were pretty quiet for about the first 31 minutes of this game.
The whole upper deck is a sea of red, and they're standing up. That's about 2,000 up there. Missed them both.
She misses both. Rebound by Mandi Cooks. Foul going the other way. Mandi Cooks will shoot two. We'll see who the foul is on. Look at the difference in body language. It's on Courtney Harms, and she is fouled out of the game. The McPherson players, the fans, the broadcasters, and there's a whole different mindset here.
We're getting into that Miege bench that's not very long, and it's the Bullpups bench that has been the difference.
Mandi Cooks will step to the free throw line for two with a 3-point lead and 1:57 to go in overtime. First one in and out.
Got to make this one, though, because it makes it a two-possession game.
Bullpups 13 out of 17 on the night at the free throw line, including 8 out of 8 from Taylor Robertson. Second one for Mandi Cooks, who has 10 points in the final game of her career, make it 11. Mandi knocks the free throw down, 56-52.
This has just been, beyond remarkable. This is really remarkable.
Bishop Miege not in a hurry. Here comes the pressure. They get it up the floor. 1:50 to go in overtime. Bullpups lead by 4. Johnny Gonzalez pumps on a three. Tries this one way short. Rebound, Emma Ruddle. Up the floor, Taylor Robertson. A one-on-one break. Passes off Emma Ruddle. The shot will not count, and Taylor Robertson will go to the free throw line for two. Foul should be called on Fallon Russell, and it is.
And what a pass Taylor Robertson made, though, as she got fouled. It was going to be an Emma Ruddle layup. The wherewithal of Taylor Robertson to have eyes in the back of her head.
Robertson to the free throw line for two. This can make it a 6-point game. First one is good to make it 57-52. And Taylor Robertson is 9 out of 9 at the line.
And didn't we think she would have an incredible game in her final Bullpup game?
Second one for Robertson. Did you have any doubts? 58-52. 1:38 to go in overtime.
Now you
and a timeout taken by Miege.
And listen to Bullpup Nation.
Unbelievable. McPherson was down 9 points in the fourth quarter. They have rallied to force overtime, and they lead Miege 58-52 with 1:38 to go in OT.
Jim, they were down 9 with just over 2 minutes to go. So that is just, what a remarkable comeback. You don't see the machine have a malfunction. The Miege machine. You know, they're like robots out there. They never make mistakes, but they're making mistakes right now.
1:38 to go in overtime. McPherson 58, Bishop Miege 52. Look at the difference in body language.
Yeah.
From the bench to our left with Coach Chris Strathman encouraging his Bullpup girls, and the difference in the body language from the Stags to our right.
Well, they know, the Bullpups know how close they are. They know one more stop, and they might be state champions.
1:38 to go in overtime and a 6-point lead. 58-52. The McPherson fans have not stopped yelling. They've not stopped standing for the last 15 minutes.
This is a home game because the McPherson fans are everywhere.
1:35 to go. Johnny Gonzalez dribbling, dishes off Hawthorne. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Emma Ruddle. Miege will have it on the bench or on the baseline to our right.
Again, Emma Ruddle, what a defensive demon she is. Getting her hands on the ball. If Hawthorne gets free inside, just let her have it. Don't foul her on the shot.
Fallon Russell inbounds to Ashton Verholz, who almost loses it. Left open, three-pointer, left wing, short. Rebound, Faith Hawthorne. Back out, Jordan Gonzalez. A three, it's good.
Wow.
Miege needed that one. Jordan Gonzalez now with 12. Bullpups lead by 3, 1:15 to go.
Get it to Taylor Robertson. That's all you got to do.
Lakyn Schieferecke spinning on the baseline, and Coach Strathman calls a timeout.
Yeah, they had the timeout long before she got tied up.
1:11 to go in overtime. McPherson 58.
And now Terry English is going after the officials. He better be careful. He'll get a technical if he does that.
And we could see it the whole time, Steve.
Yeah.
Coach Strathman was right in front of him.
Right. He called a timeout. You couldn't hear. It's so loud in here, you can't even hear yourself think.
Steve, there's no time for commercial breaks in overtime. And we apologize to our board operator, Chris Conde, back at the station. He's hanging in there waiting for us to give a cue, and, well, that's not happening here with the Bullpups. Leading by 3 in the state championship game with 1:11 to go in overtime.
You look at the entire upper deck behind us. There's not a seat. It's all red. Bullpup Nation has turned out in force.
We recap again. McPherson trailed 20-14 at the end of the first quarter. They trailed 35-26 at halftime. They trailed 42-34 entering the fourth quarter, and they trailed by 9 with 2 minutes to go. They rally, force overtime at 51-51, and they lead Bishop Miege 58-55 with 1:11 to go with the ball.
Get the ball to Taylor Robertson.
She is 10 out of 10 at the free throw line tonight.
And they're putting 2 people on her. So it'll probably go to Schieferecke. Where's Schieferecke? Oh, Schieferecke's clear up here, though. She'll come running here as soon as the ball goes into.
Mandi Cooks inbounds Taylor Robertson. Taylor from right to left, passes into the middle. Riley Hett, Bullpups break the pressure and pull the ball back out.
There you go. Taylor's got the ball in her hands. Don't get a 5 count.
Both teams in the double bonus. The official behind her is the one that's making the 5-second call. Taylor back out, Riley Hett. 50 seconds to go in overtime. Bullpups lead by 3.
Miege wants their bench wants them to foul Riley Hett.
They get it back to Robertson. 45 seconds left in overtime. Bullpups lead by 3. 58-55. Robertson dribbling away from Johnny Gonzalez. Back to Riley Hett. 35 seconds to go. Riley Hett is fouled from behind and will go to the free throw line for 2 with 34.3 to go. Foul is on Jordan Gonzalez of Miege.
Bullpups 7 of 8 at the line in this overtime.
And they are 16 of 20 on the night. Riley Hett first. Good. She's got 8 points tonight.
2-possession game.
59-55.
Amber Ruddle's going to come back in probably for Riley.
This one misses short, and it will go out of bounds. And Miege will have it on the baseline. McPherson with a 59-55 lead in overtime. They're 34.3 seconds away from a state title. Here comes Bishop Miege and Johnny Gonzalez. 30 seconds left. They cross half court. Fallon Russell nearly travels. Kick out, right corner, a 3, good. 23 seconds left. Mandi Cooks inbounds to Lakyn Schieferecke. Now 19 seconds left. Lakyn up the floor. Taylor Robertson gets past half court and is fouled with 14.3 to go in overtime. Taylor Robertson to the free throw line for 2 in a 1-point game.
How clutch was that shot by Barrels? That was about a 24-footer. The Stags are just shooting it incredible here in the overtime.
Taylor Robertson's first free throw. Good.
And now, Jim, if she makes this one, do you foul? Do you foul before they shoot a 3? That's always been the big question. The way they offensive rebound, I think you play it out.
60-58, Robertson second, good. Taylor Robertson is a perfect 12 of 12 at the free throw line in her final game as a Bullpup, and those two make it a 3-point game with 14.3 seconds to go in overtime. Unbelievable. 61 McPherson, 58 Bishop Miege. The number 1 and number 2 team in the state of Kansas all season long, and many people would say the number 1 and number 2 team throughout the entire state. And they have played one heck of a championship game here tonight. McPherson was down 9 points with just over 2 minutes to go in regulation. They rallied, tied the game at 51, and got a defensive stop on the final possession of regulation. Now they lead Miege 61-58 14.3 to go. Miege will have the ball on the baseline and will have to go the length of the floor with a 3 to tie it.
Yeah, and again, do you foul and not let him shoot the 3? And that's what Taylor Robertson just asked, and she's telling all of her teammates, Taylor, take a charge in the huddle there. And if I'm the Bullpups, I come with full court pressure. I really do. I don't let them roll the ball in. Yeah, here we go. Emma Ruddle,
Taylor Robertson, Lakyn, Schieferecke, Mandi Cooks, and Andrea Sweat. 10 seconds now. Miege to the other end. Burholz, 3 ball coming short. Rebound. Lakyn Schieferecke gets it into the hands of Taylor Robertson. 2 seconds left. 1.9 to go. And Taylor Robertson can close her career with a game-sealing free throw. Foul is on Faith Hawthorne. And Taylor Robertson, with 1.9 on the clock in overtime and a 3-point lead, needs 1 to win state title number 9 and state title number 1 of her career.
Did you ever think Taylor Robertson wouldn't get it done? Oh, my God, she missed one.
It went all the way down and popped out. 1.9 to go.
1.9. That's, if she makes, she's not going to miss 2 in a row, Jim. You know that.
Taylor Robertson, the final shot of her McPherson career, has just won a state championship. 1.9 left. Bishop Miege can't even throw up a shot. It's over! The Bullpups have knocked off Bishop Miege! And for the 9th time in school history, the Bullpups stand atop the state of Kansas. 62 McPherson, 58 Miege in overtime. Bullpups win! Bullpups win! Bullpups win it! What a finish from the Tony's Pizza at center in Salina. McPherson, state champions, and the 4-year run of terror is over. The evil empire has fallen. As far as the rest of the state is concerned, Taylor Robertson, what a finish to her career. Mandi Cooks, what a finish to her career. Andrea Sweat, how big was she? Ruddle, Hett, you name it, every player contributed. Taylor is uncontrollable. Mandi's uncontrollable. And I tell you, Coach Strathman, he coached the game of a lifetime. McPherson beats Miege 62 to 58 in overtime, and they win their 9th state championship in school history. And Coach Chris Strathman and Taylor Robertson share a magical moment. Coach Strathman has talked about the progression of the careers of Taylor Robertson and Mandi Cooks. And they knew when they stepped on the floor as freshmen that by the end of their career they'd have a chance. They didn't make the state tournament as freshmen. They lose in the first game as sophomores. They lose to this Bishop Miege team a year ago as juniors. And as seniors, they have fulfilled the prophecy. And they have knocked off Bishop Miege, and they end a 4-year run for the Stags of winning state championships, and now it's a 1-year run of McPherson Bullpups atop the state.
And I think Dave Robertson's up there. He's up there in heaven looking down on this Bullpup team because he was a big supporter. You know, he passed away this summer, and Taylor dedicated this season to him, and she repaid him tonight.
What a moment. The McPherson Bullpup girls win the 4A Division I state championship in front of essentially an all-McPherson crowd here in Salina. The Bishop Miege Stags will be awarded their second-place medals. Bishop Miege will finish the year 22-3.
But this was one of the most remarkable finishes. You know, I've covered every single state championship game the girls have won, but there's no comparison to this one because you have to look at the opponent. Bishop Miege, a machine, you know, robotic. They just don't make mistakes. You have to beat them. They will not beat themselves. And it all started with the, after they'd given up the offensive rebound, it was 50-41. Andrea Sweat knocking down the three-pointer. That started the comeback. Mandi Cooks playing like she did last year, powering away to a basket. Made it 50-46. After a free throw, Mandi again scored. It was a turnover on Miege. Riley Hett knocks down the three-pointer and sends the game into overtime. And this has got to be the most emotional state championship for the girls that's ever been won because to beat Miege, I mean, they have been the 4-time champions. They've got 4 girls that are going to maybe play Division I basketball. just amazing. And tip your hats off to Miege, a classy team. They have shown a lot of class here tonight. These are two schools that really respect each other.
62-58. The McPherson girls win the state championship.
Okay, how do we top this one in the next game?
I can think of one way. 62-58. The McPherson girls are state champions for the first time since 2012. And Steve, we take a look at this final box score as the Bullpups have finally done it. 21 points for Taylor Robertson. Undebatably, her worst shooting night of her career. She was 4 of 14 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3, but she made 13 out of 14 from the line. And the senior, the Gatorade Player of the Year, the all-time leading scorer in school history, found a way to will the Bullpups to a state championship.
Well, let's see. In the overtime, she had 2, 4, 6, 7 points in the overtime. And again, it started, though, on the defensive end. We said to get back into the game, it would have to start on the defensive end, and that's what it did. Miege only scored 1 point in the last 3 minutes of regulation, and, man, that is one emotional Bullpup team out there right now. These girls will not sleep at all tonight. They will be awake until tomorrow. And now, if the Bullpup boys can win, we can party like 1999, just like that year when we won both boys and girls. And listen to the Bullpup crowd. My goodness. Bullpup Nation, there's got to be 2,500 Bullpup fans here tonight.
They have nowhere to go because the boys...
We don't either.
The boys in their state championship game, that'll be coming up at 6:15, and somehow, after overtime, we're still on time. And Coach Chris Strathman will get his state championship medal for the 3rd time in his coaching career. And now they'll be presented the state championship trophy. And you know what that means, Steve? Another banner is going up inside the roundhouse as they hoist that trophy. For the 9th time in program history, the McPherson girls have won the state championship as they beat Bishop Miege 62-58 in overtime.
I'm speechless. You know, I'm always accused of running off at the mouth and everything like that, but I'm speechless. That was got to be one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen.
The Bullpup girls were down by 9 with just over 2 minutes to go, and they rally. They win in overtime. They beat the 4-time defending state champions, with that team leading by 9 with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, this is a team that doesn't lose these kind of games. They don't lose these kind of games, but they did. And again, Miege, a class act. Terry English, my hat's off to him. What a remarkable coach.
It's madness here inside the Tony's Pizza Event Center as the Bullpup girls have done it. And we've still got a whole lot of basketball left tonight.
We haven't even, you just see all these Bullpup fans, and this is just a remarkable, remarkable scene.
Remarkable indeed as the Bullpup girls, Taylor Robertson, Mandi Cooks, walk off the floor for the final time.
Arm in arm. What can you say? I mean, what a career those two had. And they're the only two that'll be gone. And then again, Miege didn't have a single point from a senior, so, hey, can we do it again next year? Who knows?
Whew. All right, everybody. We ready to do it again?
Buckle up.
The Bullpup girls, 9 down, 1 to go, win the state championship, and that 1 to go is the Bullpup boys getting revenge. McPherson, Miege, state championship game, part 3. Boys are coming up next. Let's take our first commercial break.
Well, let me ask you this. How much does this pump up the McPherson boys?
A lot.
Seeing the girls win? And how does that affect the Miege?
Let's take our first commercial break in, I think, 3 hours after the McPherson girls beat Bishop Miege 62-58 in overtime to win the state championship. We'll be back in 3 minutes, and we'll try and catch our breath and get you ready for the boys' game coming up here from Salina. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on 96.7 FM KBBE. McPherson's boys lead Bishop Miege at halftime here in the state championship game, 25-14. McPherson's Ben Pyle with 17 points, 6 out of 8 from the field, and 3 out of 5 from 3 as the Bullpups have not only held in check top 50 recruit in the country, Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, with 5 points, but he will start the second half with 3 fouls. So far, so good for the McPherson boys. They lead by 11 at the break. Well, now we get to talk with the happiest man here inside the Tony's Pizza Event Center, and that's girls coach Chris Strathman after a 62-58 overtime win over Bishop Miege. The Stags had won here 4 years in a row, and with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left and a 9-point lead, it looked like they were about to win for the 5th year in a row. But the Bullpup girls, led by Taylor Robertson, led by Mandi Cooks as seniors, they never gave up. The 5 on the floor never gave up. The coach sitting next to me never gave up, and they rally from 9 down, tie it at 51, get into overtime, and win a state championship. What a night.
Well, it was just an unbelievable finish for an unbelievable team, and just a great group of girls that have been so much fun to coach. Taylor and Mandi, obviously, as seniors, set the tone for us all year. They made big plays down the stretch, but we had a lot of girls step up and make some big plays, whether that was defense, offense. It took a total team effort tonight, and I couldn't be any more proud as a head coach of a great group of young ladies.
Well, the strategy for you guys in that last 2 minutes and 15 seconds was obviously you had to get some turnovers because Miege is a good free throw shooting team. You couldn't put Faith Hawthorne to the free throw line. But a big thing that changed that game was when Peyton Verholst, who was having a great game, fouled out. It gave you guys a little size advantage down low. You could do a little bit more. And when the game was on the line, it wasn't Taylor Robertson that made the biggest shot. It was Riley Hett, who has been great from beyond the three-point line this season. She tied it up at 51, and then you let your defense get you into overtime. The last 2 minutes of that regulation were about as incredible of a basketball game as I've ever been a part of. I mean, how do you describe the way they played down the stretch?
Well, things fell our way perfectly for that to happen. When we go to our half-court trap, 2 things we're trying to do. 1, turn them over. And if they don't turn it over, we're trying to bait people into taking shots, and we got to hope they miss. And then you got to rebound. Fortunately, they turn it over a couple times. We're able to score. Fortunately, they took a couple quicker shots than what Coach English would have liked. They missed. We got the board. You don't do those things by accident. I mean, our girls just battled. They got after it. And, converting free throws and those things that we had to do, we did it. Everything needed to fell our way. If you were to tell me, everything happened so fast. If you were to tell me that we were down 9 with just barely over 2 minutes left, I didn't realize there was that little time left, to be honest. I mean, I'm so wrapped up in things, I didn't realize we were down 9 with just a little bit, barely over 2 minutes. So, but we were just battling, one possession at a time. We found a way. Riley's 3 obviously was the key to get us a chance to go to overtime. Because if she misses that, we have to foul. They make just one free throw, the game's probably over. But, I mean, that's how little of margin we had for error. And our kids just made the perfect plays at the perfect time.
We're talking with girls coach Chris Strathman of the state champion McPherson Bullpup girls. They finished this season on a 21-game winning streak. The one loss this year was to this same Bishop Miege team on December the 8th. And the comment that we made on the air and that we've talked about is how much this team has grown from that moment, where that game was tied in the 4th quarter up in Kansas City. And there were a lot of people that learned a lot that day. And, I'm not a big fan of everything happens for a reason and that saying, but that team grew stronger that day, and that got them ready for this moment here tonight. And on the biggest stage, they delivered down the stretch, and they beat a really, really good basketball team tonight.
We sure did. Just heart of gold from our kids, and just so proud of them. From the matchup in December, it's kind of eerie how similar that played out to our title game last year. Tight all the way through. they get a little cushion, and then they make you chase, and we just couldn't pull it off on their floor. Today we had to chase a little bit. They made just enough mistakes for us to capitalize on, but they can make mistakes and you still not capitalize. You got to have both ways. So just really proud of the way our kids competed, the poise that they showed. Such an emotional moment for our seniors. Mandi battling back from her injury, coming back mid-season. Still far from 100%, but she gave it everything that she had for us tonight. Taylor was having a hard time holding her emotions in check before the game was even over. And she still had a free throw to make. I know she's thinking about her dad, how much she would have loved for him to have been here, but you know what? He was here today. Not physically, but spiritually and mentally. He's been with her all year, and she's drawn a lot of strength from him. And what a fantastic teacher of the game he was for an unbelievable player that I've got a chance to coach for 4 years. I'm just so thankful.
Taylor and Mandi had 30 and 20 in the championship game a year ago. They have 21 and 11 tonight. And you have talked about it several times this year, the arc that you saw their careers going on. As freshmen, not making state. As sophomores, losing in the first round. As juniors, losing in the title game. And as seniors, I think they deserve this state championship tonight.
Yeah, there's no more deserving two seniors that could possibly win it tonight. With the things that Taylor's been through and the things that Mandi's been through, I honestly could not be any happier for two young ladies than I am for Taylor Robertson and Mandi Cooks.
Where are we going to celebrate tonight?
We've
got a little more work to do here as well.
Well, yeah, boys hopefully can wrap this up. We got a lot, 16 minutes to go, but they're playing great, obviously. We are going to hopefully have a nice picture party like it's 1999, which was the last year that we won both, which was unbelievable. And then we get to have a good meal. Martinelli's catering stuff for us, and we're gonna go enjoy that. So hopefully the boys can finish this up. They played a great first half. 16 more minutes.
25-14 as the McPherson boys lead Bishop Miege. Girls coach Chris Strathman, a huge congratulations on the state championship win tonight in overtime. The season is over. It's a little bummer. We get to talk almost every day, and now it's sort of coming to an end, but it ends on the highest of notes.
Oh, it was awesome. And Jim and Steve, both, you guys have done a great job for promoting our teams and stuff this year, and just thank you for the fantastic work that you guys do.
We thank you. You made it easy for us. Girls coach Chris Strathman on our Prairie Land Partners halftime show. After his girls won in overtime 62-58 to beat Bishop Miege, and now there's some unfinished business to take care of here in the second half.